Hi there. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for pressing play. I've put together something quite simple, and it's a really focused set of drills, if you like, movements, balances, ways of shifting the weight forwards and backwards that help isolate and strengthen the foot, the ankle, and the leg really. So not just to help us with doing these postures that are really focused on balancing, because that can be hard as it is, but to help focus on the strength of the ankle and the foot to help us with the balance. So we're going to begin, and just before we start, you'll need a block, or if you haven't got a block at home, a nice solid book. Something that's not going to slide around or the cover's going to kind of rip apart from the book. It needs to be really solid because you're going to be standing on it with one foot. So I'm just going to stress that, be safe whatever you choose, but it needs to have a good grip on the floor and not go sliding on your floor. Grab your prop, pop it to the side for now, you don't quite need it for the moment, and come to stand when you're ready. Have the feet a little bit wide, get a little bit soft in the knees, and just start to shift a little bit the weight from side to side. And we're just doing this to kind of get familiar with the feeling of the weight moving into one leg and moving into the other. Okay? Have a little dip of the knees, get a little bit low in between the sides. So we start to feel a little bit more of the strength being used in one leg to hold the weight, and then alternating that to the other side. Keep the arms at ease, keep breathing. Don't worry if it feels a bit awkward, you're at home probably doing this. And as you keep moving from side to side, loading a little bit, maybe getting a little bit higher on that leg that's hovering, start to widen the stance ever so slightly. So you're going to kind of get to a point with this where you can't really go any wider. Get low as you transfer the weight. Feel that standing leg for a moment, press the floor away and lift. And then get low again, take a bend of that standing leg knee, shift the weight over and lift to the other side. So you've kind of now got as wide as you can with this. Just practice a few times, slow, steady transitioning. You're transitioning to that balance, feeling the loading of the weight on that single leg for a moment and feeling the experience of pressing the floor away. Okay, finish that off when you're ready, because you could do this for ages. Starts to feel a bit of hard work on those legs. Come back to centre, bring the legs together, take a moment, take a breath. On the next inhale, we'll raise the arms but also lift the heels. So we're going to do this nice and slowly, like everything is happening in one motion. Breathing in, raising the arms, lifting the heels. And slowly as we breathe out, lowering the heels, so don't just drop them. Try to really slow down, feel that control, work the foothills, you lower the heels and the arms. Again on the inhale, lifting onto the base of the toes, raising the arms, breathing into the top, taking a breath out as we slowly lower, really keeping that focus, that control as you lower the arches and lower the heels and the arms down. Well done. Let's do that once more. Take another breath in. So we're training the feet a little bit here already. We're awakening the arches, the toe mounds, the top of the foot, activating the calves. Breath in, breath out as we slowly lower the heels down. Well done. And you might want to shake that off for a moment. Okay, then stepping the left foot in front of you, right leg a little bit behind you. We're not going into warrior here, it's not your widest stance. Keeping it a little bit on the shorter side. And I'm going to do this facing you, I think that's the best way to do this. Have the arms at ease or hands to the hips, whatever works for you. Lean forwards into that left leg, root the foot down, send that weight into that left leg for that little hover of the back leg. It can be as high or as low as you need to start to build up confidence with this transitioning and balancing. As you put the right foot down, take a little bend of that knee, maybe even from that left heel, press the floor away, and there might be a little lift of the back, of the front foot. Lower that front foot down, lean forwards into it, find that little lift, it hasn't got to be great, and then continuing. So I'm just going to do a little side view here. As we go backwards, probably the harder one, you're pressing a bit the floor away. You might use that left heel. There might be a little lift. We're placing the foot down, peel the toes down, lean forwards, find that little lift of the back leg. Practice this for a few more times with this left leg leading. Just getting used to this feeling of lightly transitioning. Yeah, so lightly loading, moving through the space with a feeling of control. And then eventually come back to both feet flat, set the feet back together, take a breath. Let's step the left leg back, give yourself enough space. So you kind of got a feel now for how wide you need to be in your stance for this. Take a little bend of the right knee, load enough into that right leg until you feel you can lift the left leg and breathe. And then we'll lower the left foot down, press the floor away, move backwards for that right leg lift. Lovely, guys. And then just keep practicing this. You know, I'm not by a wall or anything, I haven't got a bar in front of me, but you could do this with a chair in front of you or something on either side. You know, don't really have to do it with nothing, just to build up the confidence and getting familiar with this feeling of being on one leg and this feeling of lift, this feeling of buoyancy on that strong standing leg, pressing the floor away. Let's finish off this leg. Mine is starting to wake up a lot now. Pop your right foot back down. Set the feet back together, you're back to the beginning. Let's do a little mini reset. Take a breath in, raise the arms, lift the chest, interlace the fingers at the top. As you press the palms up, ease over to any side first. Any side first. Take a moment there, breathe. Root a little bit the feet, so we're not kind of asleep in the legs. Still the feeling of pressing the floor away. Then inhale, make your way back to center and take a breath out as you ease to your other side. And we're just going to hang there for a few moments, feel that side. Take a breath in, come back to center. Take a breath up, come into a forward fold, take a little bend of the knees, let the chest, neck, head ease down. And then either having the arms hanging, or if you like to hold opposite elbows, you can. So really whatever works best for you here. And just playing around slightly with shifting the weight from side to side. Okay, so nothing great here, but just enough of a shift to feel the left outer foot, the right outer foot, back to the left side, over to the right side. And then feel the weight of your whole body slightly shift into the toes. So you're slightly leaning forwards. Slightly take it back into the heels, back into the toes again. Feel them awaken, feel them grip, back into the heels. Then find the center. So really feel those arches now. You're not in the toes so much, the weight isn't forwards, the weight isn't back too much. You're finding something that feels relatively neutral in the center. Then take a breath in, slowly roll all the way up to standing. Feet pressing the floor away, making your way up to the beginning. Okay, now grab your brick. We're going to change things up a little bit now. and it wants to be big enough, that surface of whatever you're on, that your whole foot can be in it, so you're not kind of hanging off the edge in any way, so you feel stable as possible. When you've chosen which leg you're going to start, let's say the right foot, you start with the right foot on the brick, we're going to step onto the brick and the left leg's kind of left hanging a little bit. Okay, feel already that right foot has awoken some more, the ankle is working to keep you steady, to keep the body upright on the brick, balanced and stable. So we're going to start to take the left leg slightly forwards. We're going to then slowly start to take the left leg back, and think about the crown of the head here. As you take the left leg back, the crown of the head is moving slowly forwards with it. Come back slowly to your centre and take that left leg forwards again. I'm going to just turn to the side. Side view might help in some way. So again, we've taken that left leg forward slightly. Doesn't matter how high, doesn't matter if the knee needs to bend. It's gone a bit forward, so we're working the front of the hip. As we start to take it back, the crown of the head, like it's in line with that left heel, is moving with it. Really got to focus. There's not really any other room to think about anything else, so you've got to really focus on keeping steady through that right foot, ankle and lower leg, really keeping really stable here. Take another 1 or 2 of these. You can practice as many as you like, but maybe 3, 4, 5 is enough to start with. Gets really hard work quickly. Eyes will adjust with you, so we're now gazing a little bit down. And then as you come up slowly, the eyes are going back up with you, as is the head and the leg, and come back to centre. Well done. Step off the brick. You might need to do like a little shake out, kind of flick that off for a moment. And then stepping onto the brick with the left foot. Get the whole of the foot nicely in the centre. Hands to the waist or arms anywhere, this works for you. And then starting to slowly raise the right leg. As you slowly take the gaze and the leg down and back, again, crown of the head is moving with the lower leg, with the limb, the leg, as the head goes forwards. Make your way forwards slowly. Keep those eyes steady. Take a breath in. Come back to the beginning. If you need to step up any time, if it's becoming a little bit too much, step off. Move the ankle joint a little bit. Maybe just 1 or 2 of these is enough to start with, or step back on. Okay? So really listening, what do you need when there's plenty for you? Let's do this again. We'll raise the right leg. Again, how high doesn't matter, how straight or bent that knee doesn't matter. Try to keep that left ankle foot feeling really awake, really like it's holding or almost hugging the brick underneath it. And as we slowly take the right leg back, crown of the head forwards, take a breath. Lovely guys. Slowly come back to centre. We'll do that maybe once more, nice and slow, so you've got control. Sort of thing you can't really do fast. I guess why would you want to do this fast? Take a moment, we're trying to keep our balance after all. Breathe in and breathe out. Keep breathing, you need to hold it in here. Keep breathing. And then lowering the right foot all the way down and coming off the brick. And again, you might just want to do a little shake out of that there. Okay. So that's why I'm going to pause. So just by practicing the shifting of the weight, that we did at the beginning, loading the weight into each leg, balancing on each foot, and then adding on this layer, this platform where we've really got to balance on a small surface and really work the ankle and foot, is a great way just to kind of get started with strengthening legs, ankles and feet. So I hope that's useful. Any feedback is always welcomed. I'm always kind of keen to hear your experiences and how you get on. Do let me know if there's anything extra that would be useful. I'm happy to do some extra recordings. These are usually because people ask for them. And yeah, I hope that serves you well. Take care.